Hi. Okay, so thank you for joining me for this training on how to transcribe um, your video and how to which is going to really just help you simply you repurpose your content. So that means if you are somebody that uses video or somebody for say YouTube or Facebook and or you're somebody that does podcasts and that's your main form um, of communicating and getting new clients and new customers and adding value out into the online world, then you need this system in your life so that you can start building your website organically. Start increasing your ranking on Google by adding in a lot of fresh content that you're already creating somewhere else and just repurposing it to blog posts that are full of your expertise and your keywords and helpful, um, all the helpful insight that you have for in response to things your customers and your clients are needing help with. Okay. So, how you do this is if you have a video or if you have a podcast and you can upload that to YouTube and get the transcription, copy the transcription and paste it into a doc or an email or your blog and reformat it a little bit and turn it into a blog post. Simple as that. Simple as that. And you can even put a graphic at the top that links at the top of your blog post that links to your YouTube video so that they can choose to read the blog post, read the content, or click over and watch the video. If you're a podcaster, they can choose to read through. You can send them straight to your website and then from there to your latest post. And then from there, they can choose to either click and listen or read through. And this is something that really helps. It gives you a way to promote your website and promote clicking to your website to give them options from there rather than having a link to YouTube and having a link to your blog and having a link to podcasts. Because instead of sending them everywhere else, you're getting clicks by sending them straight to you. You send them straight to your website. And anytime I can see I can see an opportunity for a client to do this, I totally do. So not necessarily blog posts, but anytime that you can direct your customer or potential customer, direct your audience to your website first, then elsewhere, you're benefiting because you're in control and you're the expert and you're getting all of those clicks. So each time they hit on your website, that helps your SEO. But then each time you have a blog post that's full of your keywords and your expertise, that is helping your ranking with Google also, or with any of the search engines, because they want to use your content because their job is to answer people's questions, and you're helping by having this written content. So videos are great and podcasts are so great. I much prefer to have a AirPod in my ear and be listening as I'm doing things throughout the day, as opposed to sitting down and reading something. If I have to sit down and read something, it's not going to happen. At least not as fast as I'd like it to. But if I can listen or if I can have it playing in the background, I can get it done quicker. And so it's definitely good to use. We are more visual people, so it is great to have videos. And if that's the platform that you're comfortable, like if that's the way that you can create content, if that's where your comfort zone is, do it. Create Insta stories, create trainings on Facebook, have a YouTube channel, whatever you want to do. But make sure that you're using all of this as an intentional strategy And when it comes to strategy, you want to think short-term results, but long-term strategy too. And when you're posting all of your best ideas on YouTube, YouTube controls that. They say who sees it and who doesn't, and they say how long it's up. They could shut down. Same with Instagram. We hear all the time. Same with Instagram. Maybe with podcasts too. Like any platform that's not yours, which is anything but your website, someone else has control over. They get to say who, what, and when. And so you want to control the narrative, and that is how, by sending people to your site first, giving them options from there. Hey, you can find me over here. Hey, you can find me over here. Hey, you can find me over here. Hey, you could read it here. That is going to help you long game. That's organic. They can't take that away from you. And so, in case that wasn't. So, do you get it? Does that make sense? Blog posts are super important. And you can still send them to your ideal platform. Definitely do. Definitely grow there. But this is something that can be taken away. And it doesn't have to take a lot of time. It doesn't have to take a lot of time. So, what I like to do, there are lots of transcription apps out there. There's lots of sites and people that can help you transcribe your videos. But you don't have to pay for that. You can use YouTube. So what I like to do, and what I recommend for clients is, instead of, if you prefer to create content through video or audio, upload your videos to YouTube and keep them private. When you upload, okay, so say we're going to show, that was a preview, but I'm going to show you, okay, so create a post, upload video. That little camera, that's how you upload. And then you can click here. This is your privacy, okay? So public means anybody can see it and they're all going to get notified. Oh, don't do it. If you don't want all of your subscribers to see your video and get an email saying, hey, Bobby uploaded a new video, then maybe don't do private, or at least don't do private yet. You can always change that. You can always change the privacy later also. But once this is published, all your subscribers get notified. Okay, so public, that's what that means. Unlisted means you've got a link. Anybody with the link can see it. I share videos with clients sometimes this way. It's just YouTube links. Like if you can send a link to a video, to an unlisted video, you can share that. It's a great way to share videos without having to download the video. Or people that are not tech savvy, especially, it's so nice to just send them a link and it's just going to play because it's YouTube, and that's it. That's all you got to do. Send them the link and that's it. But I don't necessarily want all of my subscribers to get a notification about this video that doesn't apply to them. Or I don't want necessarily everyone to have access to it. So use unlisted means you just have a link to a video, a link to your video that you uploaded. Private means only I see it. And if someone happens to get the link, they have to log into my YouTube to be able to access that. And then scheduled means it's going to be public, but instead of notifying everybody right now and uploading it right now, it's going to do it on Monday when I want it to go up, or whatever day, whatever time. Okay, so that's just something that's super important that you understand, is the privacy, and that you do have control over who sees your video and where under this context. But I like to use, when I use a video and transcribe it to a blog post, I like to use unlisted, because then if I have somebody helping me with my blog posts, I can send them the link, or I can have a spreadsheet with the links. And I do have a really great workflow that if you ask me, I can, or maybe I'll do another training on that, using Asana or using Trello. Those organizational systems are like so good. Those apps are so great and they saved my life for staying organized. But yes, there's a really good workflow for that. And so I like to post the unlisted link to a video there, and then my assistant can grab the transcription from there, which is what I'm going to show you how to do next. So going back to that video I had, this is just a little testimonial that and a client just sent me. So, but it's just, I'm using this as an example because it was just the last video I had, and it's short, super short. So you upload your video, it's unlisted. Not everybody sees this. I just have it, or someone with the link. And CC, if this is showing up right here, this is the subtitles. This is saying if you click this button, all it's going to do is turn the subtitles on. But if it has subtitles, that means there's a transcription. It does seem to take, and I don't know, I'm not 100% on this, but this is just what my like educated guess is, that it takes about as long as the video is to get the transcription. So almost like YouTube has to watch the video, and as they're watching it, they have to watch the video once, and as they watch it, then they type up the transcription. I know that's not how it works exactly, but that's how I picture it. That's how I'm explaining it to you. So this video probably took about 1.5 minutes to get transcribed. If you have an hour video, it's going to take longer. It takes longer to upload, and then it takes longer to get the transcription. But it doesn't take a full day like it used to. It doesn't take forever. It just takes about as long as the video is. Okay, so, but if that CC is showing up, then you should have access to the transcription. So the way that you get access to the transcription is by going down here to these 3 little dots. Okay, and you click on the dots, report. I don't want to report this video. I want this video up. I put that video there. Open transcript. Okay, open the transcript. Here you've got the transcript. Oh, and I already did this one. Okay. When you open it, it's going to have these timestamps here. Those are annoying. Get rid of those. And you do that by clicking here. And, but the cool thing about this, if you are watching a video and you're like, ugh, when does she get into it? Because sometimes, like if you do a Facebook Live, so say you do a training on a Facebook Live, and you've got then you download that video from Facebook and upload it to YouTube. Okay. Then you can get the transcript from it. And then you can make a blog post. Super easy. But if you, when people are on Facebook Live, I try really hard not to do this, but I see why people do it, because it gives a chance to kind of stutter and stall before more people hop on. I don't love to dilly-dally, because when people watch the replay, that's super annoying to skim for 10 minutes. I literally just watched a replay today. They took 15 minutes of technical difficulties before they got to the point, and it was so annoying. It was super annoying. By the time I scrolled through 30 seconds of 15 minutes, I was done. I was just like, you guys are wasting my time. 15 minutes into this 2-hour replay, I was over it. So that's just me, but like totally understand. Technical difficulties do happen. They totally happen. Don't judge me if I have that stutter and stall, but theirs was on purpose. Anyways, besides that, when you click on the timestamp, it takes you to that point in the video. So if someone's stuttering, stalling, or if say I was the person that did that 15-minute stutter and stall, and then it's still an hour and a half left of the video, I don't want to transcribe all that crap in the beginning. So I'm going to scroll down, skim through. Oh, still technical difficulties. Okay. So this is where I'm going to start my transcript. And then take the toggle off, toggle timestamps. Okay. And so now I'm going to highlight from here down, or like in my case right now, like the whole thing. And there is a short code for that on the keyboard, but I'm not the best. I'm not the best with short codes. I had forever, when I learn a new one, I have to, which I had to a lot when I switched over to my Mac. I have to have sticky notes, or get my label maker out, because I love my label maker, and I'll make a label of the short code for a long time until I get used to using it. But I don't know I always forget what the Control Alt is. Control Alt Command. Anyway, I need to write that one down and learn it. Copy all or highlight all. Anyway, so you copy it all, and I just do Command C. I highlight it all and then Command C, and then you can go to, say, a Word doc, and you Command V. Bam, pasted. Okay, and now I can. It's obviously not formatted. There's not a lot of grammar. There's not. It's. It doesn't look awesome. I actually didn't even highlight the whole thing like I intended to. But what do I do now? Title, subtitle, and header paragraph 1, and then ... Okay, and then I'm talking about point 2 here, and I'll put what that is. Conclusion. And then I'll go through and make it a full sentence and add in my paragraphs and make sure all the grammar's correct, take out all the likes and the filler words that I use when I'm talking. But it doesn't take very long. That whole video was a minute. I could do it. I could turn it into a blog post in 5 minutes or less. Super easy. And especially if it's a video that you've, that wasn't me. So I would have had to have watched the video or just edited the words, but I would have to read through it thoroughly. But where it's something, when you're editing your own video, your own transcript, you've said these things. So you're going to make it flow quick, and it's in your language. So you can hire people. You can have an assistant that writes your blog posts, or you can buy blog posts or hire someone to do that for you, but it's not always in your language. They try, but this is me talking or her talking. This is her language. And obviously with a blog post, you'll probably want to clean it up a little bit, but this is the way that she speaks. And and when you're writing blog posts, when you're converting your content, your video, and the way that you talk, and that's how people connect with you. When you write it in a blog post, they're going to connect with you that way too. And when they see you on video when they read you, either way, they're getting the same voice, and that is really valuable. But there you have it. You just paste it into just Google Doc or whatever you want to use, and then edit it a little bit and put it in a blog post. Easy as that. Super easy. Create a title, but if this was a blog post, if this had been a podcast, I would just use my podcast title, and then like my catchy title, and then my little subtitle underneath it, and then break it up into paragraphs, put a header for each paragraph, and there you have it. Call to action at the end. And at the top, I would even do, so one thing that I like to do is take a screenshot. I'm going to move this over. Take a screenshot of the video. So now I've taken my screenshot, and I'm going to insert a photo. Okay, and so this is kind of how I would lay out my blog post. I would have the image at the top to my YouTube channel, or an image, my graphic for my podcast, and then link it. So now we're going to do a hyperlink to that video. So if it's a public video, you want to make it. So at this point, I would have had it public, and then I probably wouldn't want to share the unlisted link. I would do a public link, because if you're posting it here, then that means you want people to see it. And you want the views and you want the engagement that way. So I wouldn't post unlisted videos here. I just wanted to show you that feature. And that's kind of what I do as I'm working on it so that and then everything kind of goes live at the same time. So I would schedule it out, and the public link is what I would put here. So don't put your private link here, and don't put the unlisted link here, because then you've just got all kinds of problems for people. You want it to be a seamless transition from one thing to the other, especially if it's from your website and you're the one guiding these people to other platforms. So then apply. And now now in my blog post, and obviously if this was my website, this is just a Google Doc, but on my blog post, I could have the image, and I would do a prettier image, not with these subtitles and just looking like, and with a play button in the middle. So I do have a really cute graphic on Canva sometimes, and I've made those for clients before, where it's like it's a branded graphic, a video graphic, and you put the screenshot of you in there with the play sign on your face in the middle. But you can do something really cool there. You can create a video graphic that looks like a video, or you can make it look like your video. I would start the video from the beginning and not have these on there, because this might look a little confusing that the video is almost done. So I would make it look the way you would want it to look, as if you could just push play and start the video. So have that, and then just attach the link to that image, and then that way they can click on it and it'll take them straight to YouTube, or they can scroll down and read it. Or if you're if it's a podcast, you could click on, you could just have a cute podcast graphic and have them have the link attached and have them click there, and then they can go straight to the podcast. And you could even have your graphic really cute with like an arrow and say, listen here, or read down below. There's lots and lots of stuff you can do to add your branding in there and tie it all together so that so it's cohesive on your website. But anyway, so this is basically from start to finish how to repurpose your podcast or your YouTube video into a blog post, which is going to help your website rank higher on search engines. That is my big SEO tip. This is a whole bunch of hacks that I have. Like I said before, utilizing this tool on YouTube is so great. It does take a little bit of legwork, just formatting everything, but it's much better than starting from scratch with writing a new blog post, because I could hand this off to somebody, even like a high school intern could edit that enough to make it a great blog post that you've basically written. They're just editing a little bit for you, formatting a little bit. Anyway, I hope that you've enjoyed this training, and I'm excited to share some more with you.